This is a 12-foot gate that I have here at the ranch property. It's an extra gate that I'm not using. And today I want to do an experiment using this gate. Rita, I'm coming through, sweetie. How many of you all think you might know where I'm going with this? How many think they might know where I'm going with this? Hey, love. I think Rita knows. Guys, keep your fingers crossed that this works out. I might have a simple solution for a stall system if sorry, Roman. Thank you, Rita, for being so sweet. Okay, you all can just settle down. I'm just doing an experiment. Roman, you don't have to come over. All right, so I am doing an experiment today using a pre-manufactured tube gate. Now, obviously, if this ends up being something that I think we can go with, I will not use this gate. I will find a whole lot better quality, baby, sweetie. So you guys all know that we've had some issues trying to find someone who can do stalls based off of people that we find on Marketplace. And I've told you, baby, don't do that, Rita. I've told you guys a couple of times that I am about sick and tired of people driving up here. And as they drive up, they're sizing us up. They're just sizing us up. Let me get inside the stall. I really am tired of people driving up the driveway here. And as they're coming up the driveway, they're sizing us up. I've talked to you guys about this before, and I told you I feel like every woman who takes her vehicle in to a mechanic shop to get looked at, the mechanic a lot of times is doing the exact same thing. That's gonna fall on you, and Roman, it's gonna hurt you. Move. All right, so I know this is upside down, and this is just a protege of an idea. Baby, guys, I cannot work here with these horses around, but I was just trying to think to myself, for simplicity's sake, if I was to go ahead and devise or find out a way to use a simple gate, a 12-foot gate, to tack weld baby, stop doing it, to tack weld a gate. Obviously, you would not want to do this kind of a gate with tubes and bars. You would want to do a mesh gate that has wire mesh or something. But you could find, I really do think that I might be able to find 12-foot gates. And what I would do is put myself a kick bar, oh my golly gee, sweetie. What I think I could do is put a kick board, maybe a 2x12 kick board at the bottom and come off the ground 12 inches, and then put this 4-foot high gate, which would make us a 5-foot divider. Now, there's gonna be some of y'all who are gonna say you need more than a 5-foot divider. So in saying so, couldn't we use, let's just say, 3 2x12 kickboards at the bottom, and that means that this 5-foot gate would be off the ground 3 feet, which would make an 8-foot divider between stalls. This would not be the front of the oh my golly gee. I don't think these guys want stalls. I think that they kind of like the open concept of all just hanging out together, being friends. Now look what's happened right there. Now you found yourself pinned. Now I'm in trouble. Move, 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 move. See what just happened? See what just happened right there? Roman, stop it. He just pinned her in, and I put myself in a really bad situation. Oh, golly gee. So, you know what? The time to talk about stalls is not now. I'm gonna end up getting myself hurt or getting some of these babies hurt. Move, Gemma. Roman, walk on out of here. Now, what I will do sooner rather than later is seriously put me a couple of posts in the ground here in this corner and a post in that corner and put me a 12-foot gate going across so I can keep these guys out of the stalls while I'm working. Because there's no way a man can come here and work like this. Girls, don't start off. Rita, put your ears pretty, sweetie. There's no way a man can come over here and work with all of this riffraff. And that's why you don't want to use tube gates like that, because they put their front legs into the tubes. So, guys, the cogs are turning in my head. The cogs are turning. Rita, don't you turn that back. Hey, do y'all mind? I'm right here. I am standing right here watching. Okay, I'm walking away. Roman, Roman, poor Roman. These are his senior retirement years. This is supposed to be the retirement community, Rita. His retirement community, where he comes to relax and to enjoy his last years on earth. A peaceful retirement community. And this over here is anything but peaceful. Rita, this is anything but peaceful, sweetie. I'm sorry, Roman. You deserve so much more peace than what you're getting here. But we have to get some stalls built. And I talked to you guys about some ideas I was having. And one of my ideas is to go buy the right kind of 12-foot gate for my dividers. But because they're only 4 foot tall, we don't want our horses putting their heads over like you just saw. You have to find a way to get the right kind of a mesh. Oh my God, Rita, that string is gonna choke you, sweetie. You don't chew string. Back. Okay, guys, I need a break here. All right, so putting me a measuring tape here along the front shows me that it's a little bit less than 5 foot between the bars, or I'm sorry, along the columns here, along this way. So let's not focus on that right yet. Let's not focus on this part yet. That's gonna be the most difficult part because of the fact you have to have doors. But what we could do is just imagine this, okay? Imagine this. Everywhere I want to have a dividing wall based on how many dividing stalls that I want. I take me, let's just for reference, let's just make this next post here. This next post it's just over 3 feet. So let's just say that we have ourselves a 3-foot kickboard. So we have a 3-foot kickboard. So all the way around, and I mean all the way around the stall, there's a kickboard from 3 foot down. But starting here, where I want the divider walls, I could take those 4-foot gates, which would give me a total of 7 foot coming across. So a 7-foot, a 3-foot kickboard, and then a 4-foot gate, simple welded. I know that you guys can't vision. I know you don't have the vision that I have. I don't think I'm able to put into words what I'm envisioning here. But I really do think that I can make this happen. Do you believe in me, bud? Do you believe in Daddy? If you believe in me, then I think that we're okay. And then last thing I want to show you all, for everyone who's saying that 15 by 12 is not big enough for him, guys, look, right here is the 15. Look, if this is the 15, I'm standing, this is the wall right here. Look how much room he has. Look how much room he has. He could make complete loop-de-loops. He could almost do a backflip and have enough space. But we would only need to have at least 2 stalls this size, one for him and then one for our sweet Val. But there were several people who said, oh, no. 15 by 12 is not near big enough for Roman. Guys, it's plenty big. I want you to see all the room he has. Now look, I'm standing at the wall, but look at all the space he has behind him. So there's a lot of space in here. So do not think that 15 by 12 is not enough room for someone like Roman, especially if he's only in here during dinner or feed up. Okay, so we are off. We are off. We are at the planning stages of our stalls. The planning stages, my friends, Rome was not built overnight, nor will these stalls be built overnight. But what I am doing is I'm planning. I'm getting some ideas. I think that we're gonna make this happen. And we're gonna do it without having to require the help of a whole lot of folks off a marketplace. So my idea of doing the stalls myself, it's going to happen. And it's going to require a little bit of research and a little bit of skill, but I do think I can make this happen. I just want to do it right. I'm going to include some pictures here, but what I was trying to say a little while ago is that people do size you up and they try to get every penny they can out of you. And I think that every woman who has taken her vehicle in to the auto mechanic because she hears a noise or it's running hot or whatever, usually that mechanic is gonna take her to the bank, or so they say. He's gonna try to find a way to get every penny he can out of her. And I hate that it has to be that way, but we've discovered the same thing here. I told you guys that people who came out to have a look, different contractors, were sending us pictures of their work, but it didn't take much research to find out that their work was actually something they copied off the internet. There's several ways you can do that. You can literally take the picture, save it to your phone if you have an iPhone, and then when you look at the information on the picture, it'll tell you where it came from. It'll tell you the date it was taken, the location it was taken. It'll tell you if it came off of a website like Pinterest. And so technology is outsmarting a lot of these marketplace. I'm not gonna say they're scammers or anything, but what they're trying to tell you is their work is not really their work. And we've already had so many run-ins with bad contractors. So I'm about at my wit's end. So I know that stalls we have to have stalls, but I'm trying to think of a way that I can do it myself, even if it's not perfect, if it's not the stalls that you've all dreamed of, they can still be functional and practical and be something that's gonna work out for our babies. So right now I'm still in the thinking and the planning stages, but I do believe that it's going to end up being gates that are already pre-made that we'll end up going with.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.